Have you ever noticed how procrastination rarely calls itself by its true name? It doesn't walk into your life shouting, "I am here to steal your time." Instead, it disguises itself in words that sound almost noble. I just want it to be perfect. I'll do it when the timing feels right. I'll start once I'm ready. And because those voices sound so reasonable, we listen, we nod, we wait. Yet beneath that polished mask of perfectionism lies something much more fragile. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of discovering that we might not be who we hoped we were. I remember sitting in my small apartment at 25, broke and uncertain, telling myself I was just waiting for the right moment. But the right moment never came. Days turned into months, months into years, and what I was really doing was hiding behind fear. Procrastination didn't steal my time loudly. It whispered later until later became too late. So perhaps the question is not whether procrastination is good or bad, but whether it is quietly robbing us while we call it patience. Today I want to invite you on a journey, not to fight procrastination with guilt, but to see it clearly for what exposing the lie of procrastination. Procrastination is not harmless. It is a thief dressed as reason. It convinces us that tomorrow will be better, that time will somehow stretch to meet our needs. But tomorrow rarely comes the way we imagine. Psychologists describe procrastination as a form of self-harm by delay. We soothe our present discomfort by pushing responsibility onto our future self. Yet each time we do, we erode the very trust we need to grow. We don't just lose hours, we lose identity. Every delay whispers, "You're not ready yet. Stay small." But the truth is sobering. It's not the task we fear, it's what the task might reveal about us. And in avoiding that revelation, we let our dreams quietly decay. The psychology of fear behind delay. At its core, procrastination is fear in motion. Fear of imperfection, of failure, of judgment. Sometimes even fear of success, because success might bring visibility and responsibility. Research in behavioral psychology shows that procrastination is rarely about time, it's about emotion regulation. We delay tasks not because they're impossible, but because we want to avoid the uncomfortable feelings that come with them. Think of the writer who never finishes a draft, not because they lack time, but because finishing means facing the possibility of rejection. Or the professional who avoids sending an important email, not because they don't know what to write, but because hitting send might trigger conflict. And so, procrastination becomes a shield. A way to say, "I didn't fail, I just didn't start." It feels protective, but in truth, it's self-rejection in disguise. Reframing the problem. The common story we tell ourselves is, "I don't have enough time." But time isn't the problem. It's the way we use it, the way we prioritize, the way we hide. Procrastination isn't just delay, it's broken trust with ourselves. Every time we promise, "I'll do it tomorrow," and then don't, we chip away at self-belief. And when trust weakens, procrastination grows stronger. But here's the reframe. Procrastination isn't proof of laziness. It's proof of misdirected creativity. The excuses, the distractions, the elaborate rationalizations, all of it requires imagination. What if that same creativity were redirected into small actions? As Viktor Frankl once said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our power to choose. Procrastination shrinks that space until it feels invisible. Reframing expands it again. Principle 1. Break it down. Big dreams often look like mountains. A book to write, a business to launch, a career to change. From the base, the summit seems unreachable, so we freeze. But mountains are climbed step by step, and every overwhelming goal can be reduced to something smaller. A paragraph, a phone call, a single page. Psychologists call this overcoming cognitive overload. The brain panics when faced with everything at once, but relaxes when asked to do just one thing. Think of a train. At first, it resists movement. It feels impossible to push. But once the wheels begin to roll, momentum builds. Breaking tasks down creates that initial push, and dopamine rewards the progress, urging us to keep going. The question is not, "How will I finish the mountain?" The question is, what is the next pebble I can move? Principle 2. The power of journaling. If breaking tasks down helps us begin, journaling helps us continue. Why? Because procrastination thrives in the shadows. It convinces us we were busy even when we weren't busy with what mattered. Journaling shines a light into those shadows. By writing down our intentions and reviewing our actions, we turn vagueness into clarity. We can no longer hide behind illusions of time because the page tells the truth. Psychologists call this self-monitoring, and research shows it improves behavior simply by raising awareness. Journaling also rebuilds trust with ourselves. Each time we check off a promise on paper, we prove that our word matters. It doesn't have to be complicated. 1 page in the morning, 3 things you'll do. 1 page in the evening, what you actually did. Not poetry, just honesty. Over time, those pages form the 20110 ritual. To bring it all together, consider a simple daily rhythm. 20 minutes in the morning, break down a meaningful task and start it. 10 minutes at midday, pause, review, and cut what doesn't matter. 10 minutes at night, reflect, note what you did, and set tomorrow's first step. 40 minutes in total, that's all. Small enough to be sustainable, consistent enough to change everything. Because discipline is not about heroic effort, it's about rhythm. Like a heartbeat, steady and reliable. The 20110 ritual creates that rhythm, reminding us each day action is not a one-time event, but a daily practice. Mindset shifts to sustain action. Even with structure, procrastination whispers return. This is why we need to shift our mindset. Be the gatekeeper of your mind. Ask every thought, does this help me act today? If not, let it pass. Escape the comparison trap. Stop measuring your beginning against someone else's finish line. The true race is only you versus yesterday. Redefine success. It's not a destination, it's direction. Success is today's step, not tomorrow's summit. Reframe failure. A stumble isn't proof of weakness, it's proof of motion. Just like a child learning to walk, falling means you're trying. Identity over motivation. Motivation fades. Identity endures. Don't wait to feel like a writer. Write 1 line and let that action vote for the identity you want to build. Building resilience, and still there will be slips. A missed day, a lost week, a broken streak. The danger isn't in the stumble, it's in the story you tell yourself about it. Resilience is recovery speed. It's not about never falling, it's about how quickly you return. Every time you come back, you prove to yourself that progress doesn't demand perfection. It demands persistence. Be gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself as you would to a friend. It's okay. Begin again. Research on self-compassion shows that people who forgive themselves for procrastination are more likely to improve than those who punish themselves with shame. So the question isn't, will you fall? The question is, will you return? And now as we close this journey, I want you to imagine something. Imagine looking back not with the ache of what if, but with the quiet pride of I did. Imagine flipping through a notebook filled not with excuses, but with evidence, small steps, consistent days, honest effort. Procrastination doesn't vanish in one dramatic battle. It fades with every small act of defiance. Every time you choose to begin again. Discipline isn't a punishment, it's a bridge. A bridge from who you are to who you want to become, laid 1 plank at a time, in the ordinary rhythm of daily choices. So my invitation is simple. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't leave this message behind as another someday. Choose 1 step today. Write it down. Do it. Let it be the moment where I know becomes I do. Because in the end, the difference between a life of regret and a life of fulfillment is not talent or luck or timing. It's action. Small, steady, faithful.